So it takes a little second.
I wish there was like
Hello,
a
friends out
countdown.
there.
Oh,
Yeah, we should
yes.
do a countdown. While everybody's getting in the room, let's enjoy this beautiful view of St. John in the Virgin Islands. As I check to see if we're live.
Yeah, we're live.
All right, let me get the link and share. How's your day going today, retired watch guy?
It's all right. I'm not a St. John, so there's that.
Yeah, that kills it a little bit. Um,
That view with
refreshing,
a pina
share.
colada would be amazing. What do you
Oh
mean?
man,
On
I want to do it
Instagram?
from my phone. Yeah, I do it
Oh,
from my
gotcha.
phone.
So what do you just create the link, do a sticker or something, and just be like, "Hey, join me for the stream."
Exactly. Tell your friends. So CQ the watch guy.
Did you did you wake up at 6 in the morning to record this auction, or are we doing this
It's tomorrow. It's tomorrow. But I almost
Mm.
listen.
What's going on, Cloud
Uh,
Ken?
hey, what's going on, Cloud? Good to see you. First in the room. Where's the link if I want to share the my live?
Wait, what are you talking about?
All right, I found it. I found it. I found
Oh, okay. I was about to say. But yeah, so it's tomorrow. So you're waking up tomorrow morning at 6 in the morning? That's
it.
Friday.
I'm
Start the
waking up
Friday out right.
exactly. So I'm gonna wake up at 6, and we're gonna start.
We is yes in
Well,
French.
well, I'm gonna wake up.
I don't mind covering it at noon or 2 o'clock. By tomorrow it'll be 3 o'clock. We'll be starting the noon live at 3 o'clock if patterns are correct.
Exactly. That's why I took out the noon watch talk, and now it's just watch talk live.
Smart. I was about to say, bro, you keep on putting a time to it, they're gonna really say we on island time, bro.
It's okay, cause look at this beautiful Cloud Ken. Don't you just want to take a trip? I forgot which part of the world Cloud Ken's in, but I'm sure he'd enjoy a nice trip to the beautiful Virgin Islands. But anyways, let's talk watches. Today we're gonna talk about the Phillips Hong Kong, the Hong Kong Watch Auction 20 that is gonna start May 23rd tomorrow until the 25th. So it's gonna be a little bit of a weekend auction. We're gonna go through briefly all 257 lots, but before that, I want to ask Jay and and uh, and Cloud Ken here. So FP Joan revealed why he paid more than $6 million for his clock that he designed, and Cloud Ken's in NY. So, well, no, Ken, you probably are enjoying the weather for another couple of weeks, right? It's probably
Well,
gonna start to get hot.
the Knicks
Like,
lost, and I heard it's gloomy out there in New York today.
oh,
So I'm
I
sorry,
forgot.
Cloud.
I
I'm sorry,
forgot about the
Cloud.
lot. Why would you bring that up? Cloud's a good guy. Why would you
No,
even?
that I don't think the Knicks have anything to do with Cloud unless he's a part owner. I'm just saying that maybe that's why, things aren't looking great over in New York today.
Jeez, Jay. I,
Hey, my mama's from
I,
Brooklyn, bro. You know I love New York, bro. I love New York.
yeah, wait, nah, you're a Cavs guy. Ken, don't let him sneak in there. Anyway, so FP Joan revealed the reason he bought this beautiful, where is it, sympathy clock, is he's gonna put it in his museum. Do you care? I don't know if you'd care. I don't know.
I mean, I didn't even know he was making a museum. I mean, that makes sense. Like, what else is he collecting in his museum? Other things that he's worked on?
Exactly. Other early, like look at this amazing little brigade that I believe he worked on, and then our good buddy Mark Kuzlarek has some good pictures of some interesting clocks and pieces
So,
that you'll
where's this
find
museum going to be at? In Switzerland?
there in Geneva, of course.
Great.
All
Hey,
right,
I
let's move
mean,
on. All right, so here we go. This is the real thing. Before we get into the auction, this is what I really wanted to, because we cannot let this watch be called the John Mayer 2.0. It's okay if you get one watch, but I think this deserves. We should give this watch a different name. Nothing against John Mayer. I think he's an amazing guy. He has a great taste and he's doing a lot of good things for watches. But I think
what was the first John Mayer look? What did it look like again? Was it a green dot? Like, is it similar in appearance? Is that why?
yes, but no gold subdials.
Okay. And did John Mayer like? Is it that because John Mayer wore the first one, or is it like Rolex was like, this is made for John Mayer? Like, why? Why do they call the first one John Mayer?
Well, because he went on Hodinky and he spoke very fondly of the watch. And he was like, this is a sleeper watch. Nobody's really looking at it right now. And so then it was, you know, debutized. I don't know the word. It was the name John Mayer was then put on it. I don't know
Okay,
the right word.
that no, I think deputized would work for this. It was knighted.
Some,
It was
I
knighted
don't
the
know.
John Mayer watch.
Exactly. It was knighted the John Mayer, the Sir John Mayer watch.
So then I agree. Then if it's like if he really got a watch named after him because he glazed it like Krispy Kreme, then I think we move on. I think we give this watch a new name.
I
And you
think
said
so.
gold subdials. So what would you name this?
So I'm calling it the Ric Flair. I made a video when it first came out because it looks very Ric Flair to me. I don't know if Ric Flair. I think he wore more Day-Dates than Daytonas, but I feel a very just makes you want to go woof. Like I,
Oh,
I
that's a
like
good one.
the gold
I like that.
subdials. I like the green. Again, I don't dislike John Mayer or anything like that, but I think why not put a new name on it? Why have a 2.0? You know, there was a Batman, then there was a Batgirl. We didn't even let the Batman have a 2.0. So this should have its own name, I think.
Man, there's no Green Lantern. Maybe we like dub it up, or let Green Arrow. No, Green Lantern's definitely better. There's no real good green superheroes. Now that I think about like name wise, that because
Well,
Batman's. You know what I'm trying to say? Like Batman isn't a black and blue. Like there's all these green characters have green in their name. Is what I'm trying to say. I can't think of a good superhero that has green colors that doesn't have green in their name. Like Robin, but then this is not a Robin. I don't know. I don't know. I like your name. I like the Ric Flair. Ric Flair works.
well, now Cloud Kent's
Oh,
saying, yeah.
diamonds,
So now,
yeah. Hey, what if it's the Midas? It's just like gold on
but then it's
gold.
already a Midas. There's already
I,
the Midas Daytona. I like the ring to it.
what's the Midas? Is it a all gold? Is it gold Daytona? I mean, that's day date.
I
Sorry.
don't know. It's a Cellini. I'll show you.
Oh, bro, ain't nobody talking about Cellinis. This is
No,
the
but the
new
Midas
Midas.
has.
This is the new Midas, the man. This is what the okay. I actually like this.
Yeah, exactly.
Remember, I was talking about how I love Cellini, and I don't understand why they, took it away from us. Ricky Steamboat had a lot of green, red, gold, and this.
Ooh,
Ooh, that's actually a good one. That's a
I'll
good one.
go
I
with
like
it.
that. Yeah, I
Ricky
like that.
Steamboat.
Ricky Steamboat.
All right, Cloud Kent started it here. Look at all
Yeah.
these Daytonas, bro. I,
Uh,
I I buy all of them. You wouldn't?
I
Which one
just,
wouldn't you buy?
bro, I don't care. I'm never gonna use a chronograph ever, 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 ever. So like, it's just like,
Let me let you in on the secret, brother. 90% of the people who buy Daytona will push the chrono once, and
but
that's when the
but
sales associates show them how to unscrew it.
but
you know?
you know which watch that like if I ever am come into some money and I can have some extra shekels to spare, I'm gonna get a Sky Dweller. That's my favorite Rolex. I wouldn't get a Daytona personally.
Oh, Kyle Ken wants to jump on. I think I might be able to give you a link. Let's see.
But yeah, I mean they're all nice. It's just I'll be honest with you, I just never understood the crazy hype over Daytona. It's like I understand the significance and what they bring, and it's the only chronograph Daytona, I mean the Rolex line, but it's just like it never wowed me, especially like everybody clawing over the steel models, like, oh, I need to get the steel ceramic. Oh, jeez. Like, all right. Now I do like them on Oyster Flex. Like, I do think that the Oyster Flex makes them pop a little more. But I mean, it's not my favorite. Let's just say that it's not my favorite. Don't forget to give them the password
It's
with a capital P. You'll have them struggling. But yeah, which one of those Daytonas would you buy, Sequan?
I think all of them, brother. The peekaboo on the right is the one that I'd really chase, but I think all of them are
Is that like a
watches.
turquoise and black subdials?
Yeah, the peekaboo.
I'm not as familiar with the nicknames as you are, my friend.
Well, I kind of just made up the nickname to be honest with you.
Okay. You said it like I was like missing out on something.
Oh, all right. Okay, we got Ken. All right, let's see if I can bring him from the back room.
What's going on, Ken?
I don't know if he could hear you yet.
Yeah, we can hear you. Nice to meet you as well, Ken.
Oh, okay. I can't hear him. Okay, wait.
You can't hear him?
Yeah, I gotta bring him in the room. One sec. You
Yeah, bring
guys
him in
talk.
the
You guys
room,
chat.
dude.
You guys chat. You guys chat.
Damn, you gatekeeping Ken, dude. Come on,
I
man.
know, right? He's my guy.
Which one of those Daytonas do you like the most, Ken?
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah, so chocolate is towards the end, huh? It's a very distinct taste for sure. I understand where you're coming from with that. The dial. It's like I respect that. I definitely agree with that.
I don't know.
What's wrong, Sequan? You having some technical difficulties?
Yeah, I don't know if it will let me bring you on at the moment, Ken, with this technology that I'm using. Darn it.
John Mayer Daytona reference 116508. Is that the original that Patrick Eldridge is talking about? Oh, Pat. Sorry, Pat. Sequan, you see the chat? You're
No. Oh, sorry. I'll turn Ken in there. John Mayer Daytona Ref 116. Uh, exactly, that's the one. I'm sorry, Clyde. I don't think I could get you in on this one. I think I'm using like 1995 technology here. So I gotta bring you in next time. Next time I'm gonna have a proper link for you. All right, so let's start to go down the auction, and I can see if I could play around and get. But you can hear Ken, right?
yeah. Can you hear him?
No, I can't. I can just hear you.
No, that's so weird. CQ can't hear him. I can hear you, Cloud, but
I'm telling you, I'm using like. Anyway, so we got 257 lots. Do I skip all of the pocket
Ken
watches?
says you gotta go. That
I, I
triggers him, man. He's been trying to fade StreamYard.
I have been trying to fade StreamYard. I've been trying to listen. I paid a lot for my degree, so I'm trying to make it work. I like now. I'm just realizing that we might have to just get the StreamYard, cause it's not gonna let me bring him in for some reason.
That's so weird. That
Yeah,
doesn't make any
I'd have
sense.
to restart the stream tomorrow. Ken, if you're around, I'm gonna get you in early.
Can you hear him now, Sequan?
No, no, it's not him. It's on my side.
Weird. That's so weird that I can hear him, but you can't. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm rewiring everything is a problem.
All right, what do you got first, Sequan? What do you got for us first?
All right, so let's look at some of the great watches we have here. First, look at this beautiful. What is this? A Cartier table clock?
Mm, interesting.
That's all you got?
I mean, like, it's
Yeah, I know.
does it glow in the dark? I'm trying to figure out what that is. Like, what's the material? Nephrite?
Oh, Thomas Burnett. I'm like you, Jay. I totally hate the Daytona. It's nothing but a hype watch. And for what reason? Just because some some act Thomas. Just because some actor's wife bought him one in the '60s and he wore it. Yes, Thomas, it's love.
Are we
That's
talking
what
about
love
Paul?
does.
Well, is Paul Newman? Is that Paul Newman that we're talking about? No, forgive me.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Come on, get your
Uh,
stuff.
no. I never remember if like because I know him so well for his dressings. I love his dressings. Amazing.
The best. Newman's
Um,
best, right?
yeah.
All right,
Um,
so now we start getting to some modern stuff. I will say some of these
I like
pocket watches.
Cartier. Like I like Cartier a lot. I just the first one you picked was just like woof.
Yeah, I think these are, like this with the tigers actually looks beautiful. But I think this is, of course, if you're collecting this style, and yeah, not for us, not for this particular podcast. I need to keep my four viewers
The
happy.
thing is that like there are Cartier. Like what do you call those? Like when they do like the wooden dials and like they
The
have
Marquetry
that.
Dials.
Yes, they know what they're doing when it comes to those. Like I don't know if I've seen. Well, UN has some very interesting dials too, but you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, sorry. This is yes.
I just love when it's a new old stock, full of stickers watch being offered for auction.
It's
But look at the estimate; these are coming out low.
I mean, this just should have never been such a like what because it's the only longa sports watch, right?
Pretty much, Jay. Aren't you gonna wait in line for the only longest sports watch? Isn't this
Because
an important
I don't
watch?
I don't think of longa and say, oh, I need a sports watch. You see, I think that for me, like I overheard you talking about the Nautilus, the other day, and it was like Panic fell into the Nautilus, and that it just so happened to become popular. Whereas I feel like the Odysseus was made to capture this space, and you know what I'm trying to say? It was like almost manufactured to be like, you want this, don't you? And it's like, well, cool bracelet, I guess. Am
It
I
is a cool
wrong?
bracelet. No, no. I think this is the answer to the question of the integrated sports watch from Lange, right? And there was a moment where if you were just a brand and you just had an integrated sports watch with a blue dial, it just sold. Everybody was able to cash in. So this is the longer answer, which is not a bad answer, but
It's
again, it's
not.
really like I don't know if anybody woke up and said, "Hey, I want a sports watch from them." So while it's a great watch, I never saw the hype.
Would I buy this over and overseas? No. That
So this is the saddest part. Somebody owned this from January 2021. It's May 2025. It's full of stickers. So this is literally somebody bought this in the hype and just, or maybe it could belong to a dealer, but most likely a client got this and just like safe queened it to now make no money.
but there was a point where these watches were selling well over retail. I remember it was like we were holding on to this one because we thought we were gonna get I, I don't know. Vacheron overseas is better priced and a nicer watch.
Oh, I thought the stream messed up. All right, we're still good. What do you think about the Cubitus?
So I was just reading Cloud Ken says, agree, never liked Odysseus and don't get the hype of the I don't get the hype either. Um the Cubitus the Cubitus is I don't get it. But I get no, I get why they made it. They needed one more watch to like shake things up besides the Aquanaut and the Nautilus. I'm not gonna sit here and say it doesn't work, but I just prefer a Cartier tank anyways, and then you get into the argument of what you were saying where the smaller ones for the ladies, but I'd probably wear the smaller one anyways.
It's okay. It's okay to have the wrist the same size as the lady. There's nothing wrong with that.
Brother, let me tell you something right now. The 40, what's the male size for this? 42? Is it 48? What is it?
48.
Bro, that's a big watch, dude. Especially for like, in my opinion, especially for Paddock. Like 48 millimeters, that's Breitling territory. That's panoramic. So I don't know. Not a big fan of the larger version of it.
You're a risk elitist. I've come to realize. Ever since you got that small Alcantara, is like you went over to the small risk gang. I've lost you. You know,
No,
that
because I can
that
understand with AP, like, like look at the AP. APs need to be around 40, 40 plus because they're like that type of watch. You know what I'm saying? Like the Cubist, like Patek Philippe, I don't think of gaudy watches. So it's like whenever I see something that's like bigger and thicker, I'm like, what are y'all really trying to do?
so
Cubist is closer to the Nautilus than the Aquanaut. It's just buying Patek Sports shares and hoping the watch market goes back up. Agreed. One more watch that when the market booms, they have something that they can't keep on their shelves because people are going to gravitate towards it.
I mean, just look at the 5711 and then look at the Cubist to the right, and it's so funny because like it's the same shade of dial, and it's like this is just the younger brother coming up in school, and this is the JV kid who's been around. He's about to graduate. You know, would you pay
Yo,
the
John
premium
D.
for the green dial? Oh, what's up, John D?
Um,
Would you pay the premium for the green? Would you pay the premium for the Tiffany blue?
so the thing for me, the only green that I really liked on the Nautilus is the one that I'll never be able to afford. The is it the Tiffany blue? The turquoise style. That one
Yeah.
is exceptional. This one, I mean, I'd rather just get the blue, the regular blue, than this green. I don't understand the hype behind these green watches. Like, and that tone of green, I know it looks better in person, but it's just not for me.
It looks a little bit more blue in person, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I always prefer the Aquanaut to the Nautilus, anyways, which I know that's probably not a uh, it's not a opinion that a lot of people hold, but I just think the Aquanaut's a sleeper watch. I love it on the rubber strap.
Look at these. This is not. Is this titanium? TT was that?
Yeah, right. It's not tantalum, right?
It might be tantalum. Look how dark it looks. What is this?
Yeah, that I was thinking that too. I was like the metal.
Tantalum.
It is
What's
tantalum. Yeah.
36 a minute? Would you pay 15 grand?
How
Would you
much?
pay 28 too?
Wait, you started at the low end, and you had me excited, but then you went to the high end. I mean, look, tantalum. You don't see too many tantalum pieces nowadays. I think that anywhere between, I think like 20 and 25 is a great price for this. But what do you
Yeah.
think it actually hammers at?
So I don't know, right? Because this is an interesting watch. Because a 36 millimeter AP from the 90s actually wears more like a 37 to 38 millimeter watch. So even I would wear this watch. I've had a variation of this watch on before. Tantalum also has a nice feel and a nice weight to it. So this on the wrist probably feels really good. So I would go into the high 20s for this because the
You should
bezel
be
looks real
writing this
good.
down so that we can compare notes tomorrow to see what it sold for.
Well, you know, the best thing is recorded, so I could just go back.
Touche.
Hey, listen,
Touche.
I still got it, but I think for me that's a buy within the estimate range, in my opinion. Oh no, I want to just go back to the
Yeah, no, I like
notification.
this. I like this a lot. This one's really nice. Oh, I think our live kind of froze up a little bit. Anyways,
Oh,
very nice piece. I like this one a lot.
oh,
No, I
all right.
think we're good. I think we're good.
No, is this disconnected? Is
The
our
live?
internet? Hey, we back. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Technology once again is against us. All right, yeah, we're good. We're live.
Go
We're
ahead.
live and we got 7 viewers. Thank you everybody who's tuning in. Sorry for the technical delays, but what's a good show if there's not a little bit of story, a little bit of
Some
something to
adversity.
overcome,
You need some
adversity.
tension.
There it
Yeah,
is,
yeah, there you go.
exactly. All right, so
Building
this
tension.
AP Tantalum's a buy for me. I think everything here I'd buy. Why is this called a Kasparov?
What? Which one? Chronograph Kasparov. Eh, um, looks like another Blue Dial offshore to me.
Yeah, stay within estimates. You're okay. Try not to pay the big. Try not to pay the big premium, right? All right, now we got some
Oh, the chess guy wore it, is what he said. I guess it was featured at a
Oh
chess match.
yes.
That
I'm
makes
sorry.
sense. That makes a lot of sense now.
We
Cloud
should
can
do our
come on with the
studies.
facts. See, that's what we gotta get Cloud
I know. I
next
feel
next
bad
time
now.
because he'd have been dropping some knowledge.
He kept us educated. Would you rock this
I think
Daytona or no?
I can't tell which one you're pointing at because if you're pointing at the one on the left, yes. If
In the
no, no,
middle.
hell
In
no.
the middle.
You know the answer, bro. If it's got diamonds, it's not for me. And this looks like something that belongs
Woo.
to a chic. Like this is a Ric Flair piece. Like I don't know. It's a monstrosity. I don't like that at all.
Oh,
What's
monstrosity is such a strong word.
Yeah, you're right. And I don't even know if I can spell it right now. So it's just not a great watch. How about that?
Yeah, it's not the best for everybody. I definitely take it off of this black strap. But like in the right time and club,
Is the dial indices ruby and then there's pink diamond? Like there's just too many colors.
yeah, sapphire bezel, pink sapphire bezel, diamond set dial. I'm guessing those are rubies on the dial.
Yeah, like the pink on ruby with the dot. It's just like,
Hey, full set though, full set. Sticker on the back. No,
oh yeah, because I'm gonna wear the box as a backpack. Yeah, I really care about the full set.
so but you would wear this tropical Daytona over here.
Oh my God, in a heartbeat.
Really?
Yes.
I wouldn't think you.
Dude,
I
this
wouldn't think you for a
is
tropical guy.
I really like the subdials, man. I like the contrast that like is that a patina or did they design it this way?
There's a patina.
Yeah, that's the thing. When it comes to vintage, and this is why I'd probably get hosed because I know that these people do weird things with like forced patina and stuff like that. But like I'm a sucker for that stuff. Like I love the explorers with the patinaed indices and stuff like that stuff because it happens over time. Like it's something that like in nature, like so yes, I really like that. I really like this one.
So the issue I have now is I feel like I gotta wait to see if Periscope pops out right and says anything.
I don't want any vintage Rolex on leather.
I think he's right. Leather is like put on an oyster flex.
Wait, Thomas Burnett said, I jumped on the Cubitus hate train when it was first released. Seeing the 40 millimeter version at Watches and Wonders, it looks a lot better proportion wise. That's what I was thinking. I'm thinking 40 is the size, but you got to get over the fact they're going to tell you you're wearing a lady's watch. As long as you're
Well, no.
okay. Oh,
Well, so only I will, cause I'm the only honest one who's gonna
nah,
say like that reference
nah,
number.
no, because when I was at our old place of business, we had the conversation, and the gentleman around me said that that was a lady's watch. That's why the reference isn't the same, right? It doesn't have a male's reference, right?
Hey, listen, unisex, baby. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm all for it.
Anybody could wear anything.
I wear
But I do
32.
think the 40 is. Well, I don't know about that,
You
but I do
can't.
think. Listen, the day you see me walking around with a 32 you just know it's a very special watch. It's a very very special watch.
You're looking like a
Like,
bracelet.
yeah, I'm about to tell you the most amazing story about this watch. Just know that.
I like this. I like all of the Cartiers that have funky shapes.
Also, there's a gold 9 that's applied. This is kind of cool. 97 out of 99 pieces.
I
So
like
would you
how
pay the
the
high estimate?
what's I can't see the high estimate. I can only
Oh,
see the
sorry, 25.6. I'm sorry,
25
I'm hiding it.
6.
25.6. 15.4 to 25.6.
I like Cartier, dude. Like when I come into some money, I will own some Cartiers. Yes, yes. The answer is
Done from
yes.
Macau too. Actually, I like this. I think it's a special. I don't know if I'd go over 25.6
What's
for it.
the millimeter on it?
Oh wait, what is the dial? It's made in France. Okay.
What?
Oops. It ain't big. It's perfect for your small wrist.
See, we're taking
That's
shots now.
that's 23 by 30. 23.6 by 34.
Yeah, I can't wear that, dude.
It's felt. A svelte piece. What do you like? You like this jumbo open work? Are you an AP fan? How are you feeling about AP these days?
AP's all right. I mean, and we all know that their skeleton watches are nice pieces. Like. but we all know that also that they're overpriced. So, like, what's the estimate on this one?
I want to go real quick because
What does it have to
Cloud's
do with
asking.
Macau or China?
So is 99 pieces made to celebrate Macau's handover to the People's Republic of China? Oh wow. So I'm
Interesting.
guessing some big collector organized this timepiece.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, I think it's cool. So the estimate, wow, 76.9 to 128.
I'm good.
Yeah. Do you remember what we probably would have had this price
Oh,
for during the
wow.
peak?
That's why the nine has the double nine on the Cartier. Sorry, I know I'm
Oh, 99.
behind.
Oh,
That great call out, Cloud. That's a great call out. That's why the 1999, like it kind of makes sense there, I guess. Um, I just don't care for these type of watches, Sequan. Like as far as like the open works, I think that they're worth what they're worth or whatever, but it's just like it's not my cup of tea.
so there's nothing I could do to convince you to buy that
I
timepiece.
mean, this one is one of those things where we talked about yesterday, where it's like the first thing I'm thinking about is like how much of a hit am I taking if I need to sell this watch in 3 months? It's just not
Well,
something
let's
that's like,
check. Let's check Chrome 24 right now.
it's probably up there for 100, right?
Fake, fake, fake. So the most expensive real listing is 210,
Oof. Nah,
and then well, let's look for the lowest, and let's get the real deal. 172. All right.
nope. Hmm.
I like it. I like it within the estimate. I think I would. In between the estimate is not my favorite skeleton, but in between the estimate, I think I won't mind.
I'm not a yellow gold fan, so we already kind of started off on a half, but
Oh, I'd rock this Cartier. What's Ken saying there? Actually, this one is number 97 out of 99. That 97 represents Hong Kong handover to China. So this one is actually special. It's a piece unique for both Hong Kong and Macau. Oh, handover to China.
that's interesting.
Oh,
Didn't
so
know
that will probably go for a very special price then. Shout out to Cloud Ken for the insights. How do you feel about watches that are two watches in one like this?
that. I'm not a fan.
No?
It's like this. I mean, like I get because this is just one of those like, well, look what I can do, and that's fine. It's just not for me. Like why not just get a GMT? Like I get why you have that, but it's just like I'd rather just have the extra hand on the dial and just like, all right, am I in the big hand time zone or I'm in the secondary? Like
I think this is cool. I just like the bracelet though. I just got a unique tank cinch dual time. I think that's fun. Uh, I
you're a
guess the price is
steward of
okay.
your craft, sir.
I thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Listen, somebody has to like these funky watches, right? Somebody has to, when nobody else wants them, they'll always find a home with CQ the watch guy. Oh, we got some Langas. What do we like out of this three? I like the triple split, to be honest.
That's interesting. You don't often see longas on bracelets, you know? Like that's not the Odysseus. So that's intriguing to me. Um, but I'm a sucker for a blue dial, man. The triple split blue dial really is a beautiful piece. I do like the Wollendorf that you're on right now. The Wollendorf.
Yeah, Wellendorf bracelet.
That bracelet on that watch looks really nice. But that picture that you have up right now, it makes it look really thick compared to the bracelet. That's the only thing I like.
Well, no, it is. It's a thickie. It's a thick watch. Let nothing deny you the fact that this is a thick watch, but all Langas are thick. That's part of the thing. You like they're not a BBW, but they're a BB Langa. You know what I
He
mean? It's
ain't
that type
missing
of
no
thing.
meals, baby. I like
Not
it. I
one,
like
not
it.
one. There's
Those
no
two
Langas on a
watches
diet plan.
remind. Wait, what's two watches?
Uh,
Mayweather. What's he
oh the
talking about?
oh the Cartier.
Okay.
Oh, it reminds you of the Floyd Mayweather stuff back in the day. Floyd, I think, had a bunch of like the Jacob and Co's and all those funky jeweler watches. I think that's what he means about that. Which I agree with you. I can see. I probably wouldn't run out to get that. Wow, 83.3 to 128. So I believe that's under retail for the triple split, which is a triple split chronograph, which is amazing. Nobody else does something like this. But who cares today? Is a real problem, right?
Goes back to like you gotta, if you're really into what it takes to make this mechanism, then yeah, but a lot of people are not thinking about those type of things, especially the enthusiasts.
Ooh,
I
we got
like
here
this though.
old Urban Jurgensen. That's really interesting. This Brigade Chrono. This is a Ratchapant, I believe.
You know, it's so funny. The Brigade and the Urban Jurgensen look so familiar. Like they look so like.
Oh yeah, they're all of that aesthetic. You know. Oh wow, I just kind of yelled. They're all of that aesthetic.
Well, the Urban Jurgensen has the Brigade hands too, doesn't it? Or am
Well,
I
yeah, because
tripping?
it's paying tribute. You know, everybody's paying tribute to the original brigade from like, the 1700s. It's been around for so long,
Yeah.
or 1800s. So everything has that similar style. I would rock this. Oh, look at that estimate. Imagine if this went for 12.8. I grab it in a heartbeat.
Yeah, it's nice.
What year was this made? 2000s. I think this is a good buy. I'm really hunting 90s and 80s for some of my clients, but I think this isn't a bad buy. I think Brigade has a lot of legs. That turb is kind of cool too. Let's see what we got. Ooh, Cartier Crash with rocks all over the place.
Mm.
Do you like Cartier Crash pieces?
Yeah, I love Cardiac Crash, but I don't like diamonds, so this is a no for me, dog.
The estimate is 100,000 to 200,000. There was just one special order one that went close to a million, like 800, 900,000, a couple weeks back. I think this most likely blows away this estimate.
I mean, it's not a. I just don't get the diamonds, man. I get it though. I understand why. It's just.
So half of the beauty of the Cartier case is seeing that gold that's almost melted, and even though they still have the shape is still there. You're right. Something about it being diamonds versus seeing solid metal. I don't
It,
know.
it,
But
it
if I had,
looks kind of janky to a certain extent. Just because the rocks don't give it the sleekness that you get from having the case metal. Where I don't know.
and they use like good sized stones here as well too. They use smaller stones that probably would have helped the effect, but then you don't want to use small stones for something like this. I don't know, chat. You tell me, is this a good looking watch or no? I can't tell. Would you buy this for your wife at the right price?
That's the thing. It's just like, why get this one if I can get like the all gold for like a fraction of the price? Like, this is gonna go for $1 million, is what you're saying, or no?
No, no. There was one. The estimate on that one was 100,000 to 200,000.
Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. So wait, what is the rose gold, no diamonds run around?
I
Like
think it
just
depends,
guesstimate
like
it.
a couple 100,000, maybe to three hundred
So
thousand or something like
more
that.
expensive than the diamonds.
Well, for the estimate, I think the estimate's a little bit low. I think it's gonna end up going over 200,000 just because there's like a Cartier Crash movement happening
Yeah,
right
big
now. So I
time.
think, yeah, it's gonna do well on the market.
Is this just a regular elegante?
This is just a regular Elegante. You remember when these were under 10,000? I just brought it up for nostalgia.
That was a while back, dude. I don't really remember that.
What is the cheapest you remember selling an Elegante for?
I think I was selling them for like 20 by the time I was in there. Like,
Yeah, I moved a couple in the teens for sure, and then they just exploded.
yeah, overnight, literally.
Insane.
I mean, it is a very cool mechanism. Like,
All right, we got some Jordan pieces, Black Label Resonance. Interested to see how that'll do. Nice TN here. Is this a brass movement?
let's see the back.
Let's see that back. Yeah, baby. And it's '03, so 2003 brass movement. Estimate is 221 to 359. Let's see how it performs. This is as plain Jane as you can get for a brass movement genre, tourbillon. You know, like it's very very special, but it's not like a super colorful dial. I don't think it's a ruthenium dial or anything. They just have a nice patina going on like up here and there and there. So I do think in person it probably has a really good character. And on that olive strap there, it does look very quite attractive if I do say so. Your cup of tea or not?
I don't like these type of genres. I understand why people like them. It's just not for me.
What about the resonance?
The resonance I like. The tourbillon thing, like just I know why they made the movement, but like I feel like people use the tourbillon movement like it's just kind of not needed. It's very novelty. Is that am I using the word right? Like it's just like, hey, we can still do it, so let me just show you I can do it. No, no, no. It's like
Today, yes, you
that's what
don't
I'm
need
saying.
a
Today,
tourbillon.
it's more so like, hey, look at this thing. It's floating in the middle. It looks so pretty. Look at it. And it's like,
Look how
okay,
big
it's
it
cool.
is. Cause that's the fun. It's like a really big tourbillon right next to it. The tourbillon is just as big as the time telling portion of the
And
watch.
they said size doesn't matter. Well,
Yeah,
you
no.
know,
With the tourbillons, it does. The bigger, the better,
Francois would
baby.
like to have a word.
All right, we got some Ludwig Ballard, a meteorite piece. I think this will do interesting.
I've never heard of that brand before.
So Ludwig Ballard is an independent watchmaker who worked with a bunch of different places
Is it 12
way back
upside
when.
down? That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, so everything's upside down except the
Oh, shit.
watch, the hour that it's the time, the current time. So of course it's doing
See,
10:2, right? So
that's why
the
it's
10
called
is
upside.
flipped, and that's why it's called upside down. There you go, you're getting it.
Oh man, it's only 3 o'clock. I'm only waking up now.
Yeah,
That's actually kind of cool. I see. I like funky watches like this.
yeah. At
Nice
first,
Apple
like
Watch.
it is though, guy. You're making them choke, Ken. At first I was like, oh, this is kind of a gimmick, but then when you go into how it's made
Oh wow, the
and
back.
what he,
Yeah.
yeah, like I'll go on the back a little bit more. And when you look at the movement and you're like, okay, well, tell me how this works, and you kind of get explained how it works. It's a very, very interesting watch. Very low production maker, and I'm actually gonna see him in
Like
Switzerland.
this looks more exciting than any tourbillon to me.
Yeah,
It just
yeah.
looks like so cool on the back, and it's like doing something so different. Where it's like, don't I'm not taking anything away from what a tourbillon does. It's just like, does it do anything for me today? Like, is it doing anything?
No, so that's the issue with the turb, right? Is like you buy a turb, it looks so beautiful, it does all these things. It's also the most expensive watch you're gonna service next to a perpetual calendar or a minute repeater. It's in that realm of like you want to sell it before you have to service it type of
Bro,
watch.
it goes back to like why own the yacht when you can charter it. Sometimes I just don't get the tourbillon thing. Like it just it
That's a
go
great point.
and it's just because all these watches can tell time just about as accurately, without it. So it's just this thing that like we can do it. I want to just prove to you that we can do it, but we're gonna prove to you every year on different models across every brand, and it's just like, all right, whatever. Sorry, that's my little tirade on tourbillons
Nah,
for the day.
get it all out, man. Let the people know how you feel. This is why you retired from the watch game. The tourbillons took you out of the watch game. You spun right out.
Yeah, there you go.
Spun right out. This is the Apple Watch. Cloud Ken's talking about the Swiss
The
Alps, which
Saint Alps. Oh, Swiss Alps. I
the
don't know why I
Swiss
said
Alps, Swiss Alps,
Saint Alps.
which I do enjoy, especially with the Fume Green dial. It is an expensive Apple Watch, but it's still fun, a fun
Well,
piece.
no, the best one is the one with the loading thing.
The final edition.
That is so funny, dude. It is so funny. See, Cloud Ken and me, we're gonna go for some whiskey when we go out to New York because me and him, we're on the same type of tip. Um,
It's
but I
good,
do
man.
like
It's
I
good.
do like the design of the watch, but as Cloud said, it's just like, why would I get a watch that looks like an Apple Watch? Like it's a if watch, but the price
How
just
much would you pay for this watch?
not whatever they're selling for. Because aren't they selling for because they no longer are made, they're just selling for over retail. But what is this watch
No,
estimating?
they kind of went a little bit over for a little bit. Estimate is 15,400 to 25,600.
That's not bad. Anything under
No, that's
20
not bad.
grand feels okay, but then it just goes back to like I wear Apple Watch every day and it counts my calories. I can barely tell what time this is looking at
But
the
it's not
photo.
mechanical. There's no passion that went into your Apple Watch. Okay, somebody, some passion was involved.
Yeah.
Or at least that's what they tell us.
And Moser does a great job, you know?
They do. They're one of the best.
I'm never
One of
gonna
the
argue
best.
against that. Schuster is probably the only one who comes close.
All right, let's keep it going. There we go. All right, we got some MBNFs. What do you think about this row?
Yeah, the thing with MBNF, man, it's just like they make watches for people who like cool stuff, you know?
So arrange these in order, one, two, three, of what you would go for, or is there any that you wouldn't go for at all?
I wouldn't wear the
This.
mega wine. Yeah. Just because like I'd have to really sit down and like look at my watch for a minute to figure out what time it is, and it'd already be a minute past the time that I told. So no, I don't want that one. The one in the middle probably is the most legible, but then it goes back to like, why am I looking at this small dial? You have all this space, and like it goes back to like the newest watch that they made, where it's like all this space, and you wanted to make me read the time in the smallest place possible. So as I said, like these are watches for people who like art, who like to wear art on the wrist, and like that's what MB&F does well. They do really cool pieces of art that tell you time, but I don't think they're practical. None of these watches look practical to me. Maybe the one in the middle,
It
but
looks good.
how do you tell the time on the machine 101? Like, it's the top right, correct? But then it's just
This,
like
yeah, yeah. This is hours, minutes,
no,
and
I
then
can
this is the power
tell.
user.
Well, but I know.
No,
I'm more so
you're
saying
buying that
it's
watch to just look at the escapement, the escapement running around there. You
you're
really
buying
can't tell
all
the
of these
time.
watches just to look at them run, not really to tell the time. And I mean, you can make the argument that nobody's buying watches that tell the time anymore, yeah, because you can see the time everywhere. But these just it's a little complicated, more than that needs to be. What
What laws
laws, mechanical watches, practical? Wait,
I think he means what law says mechanical watches have to be practical, and I think that's a
there's
good
none.
point.
No, 100%, 100%.
So would you pay $50,000 for this watch?
No,
All right. So just not for you, not for you.
no,
I
no,
can't
no.
sell you MBNF today.
But
I
that's
can't tell
because
you this is Mega One.
and then like, let me just say this, John D. It's more so I like simplicity. So like when you get into these overly complicated things, I don't enjoy them as much, but I can understand why people do. You know, because like it's a feat that human beings have accomplished, and it's like why wouldn't you want to be part of it? You know, but for me, no.
All right, so we got some Paddocks here. This wooden clock. I'm always interested in these. Got Julius Caesar. What's going on, Jordan D? Article 5, Section 2, Paragraph 1. All mechanical watches from henceforth shall have. What are we arguing about again? I forgot.
Practicality.
Practicality. The law has been laid down by Caesar himself. Hail Caesar. Come on.
The best Caesar I know was Julius. Well, Augustus was very close
Yeah,
second, but
exactly. You know, and we do love Marcus Aurelius around here, so we got
he, he
a
wasn't.
conversation for another podcast.
I was about to say, bro, you're
Another podcast.
the
We
descent
can't,
into
we can't.
madness.
Would you buy this attractive and well-preserved gilt, brass, and wood solar power perpetual calendar table clock with straight line display and leap year indication?
Honestly, the fact that it's solar powered, I'm sold. Like I just didn't think that it would be solar powered. I didn't even know that they.
Oh, from '68.
Wow, that's actually kind of dope. That,
I'd get this. I sold
that's
myself.
kind of dope. That's kind of dope. I like that. I like that a lot. I like that a
All right,
lot.
there's a winner. All right, guys, buy this watch. And here we go. Oh, there we go. 3971, 5004G. This is the good stuff that people used to chase. And like, let's see what their estimate is. I think people still do chase them. And you should be chasing this. 192 to 385. I don't think that's crazy. So this is a perpetual calendar split second chronograph that's double sealed. So it's never been the air inside is still Swiss. Do you care?
I mean, I hate the sealed shit because it just goes back to like, so you bought something and you didn't even open. Like, do you like watches? If you have sealed watches, like a plethora of
Well,
them.
okay.
You know, like it's one thing to have a very, very important piece that like they're only made. I get that you would want to keep it sealed and you're gonna pass it on, but like there's people who literally just like only buy sealed watches. I remember talking to a guy and all he did was have like he bragged to me about having 65711s that were sealed. And it was the most annoying conversation because it's just like, do you even like watches, brother?
And that's a great question. So let me ask you this question: do you think there's something wrong with a collector who collects things, just to look at them, just to view them? They appreciate horology, they appreciate everything, but honestly, they don't like to wear watches. They don't like wearing them at all. But they just love them, and they just love having them around and collecting them, and they love everything about it except actually putting the metal on their wrist for whatever reason. I've met many guys like this.
But I
Do you
think
think
that
that's a crime?
this person is not that guy.
Do you think this person is a flipper? He bought this
Yes.
just for investment
Yes.
because it's for sale
Because
now, right?
your person hangs his like he has a watch of walls or he has a safe that he opens and he just looks through them. You know what I'm saying? This person bought this and had it double sealed for this auction. He's waiting to bank. You know what I'm saying? Double sealed? No, no, no. I have no issue with
Well,
somebody.
it's not. It's single sealed because it's
Oh,
not
okay,
in the
sorry.
box. But basically,
But
even the
you
pusher
understand
is
what I'm
sealed.
saying, though? Like it's more so like, of course, people collect paintings and they just sit there. You can't take paintings with you, so why not have watches in the same fashion? But I just feel like so many people ask for sealed watches or like, I don't know, man. I've sold sealed watches and had to like take returns on them, and it's always such a
Oh, the
complicated.
worst.
It's just a complicated conversation with people to be upfront and be like, "Hey, listen, like if you unseal this watch, just know there's a 20% restocking fee," and then you get into this whole argument, and then it's like I get from the client's perspective, it's like, "Well, how do you want me to feel?" But it's like, "Oh, but the watch is
Well,
sealed."
so the issue is, right. This is a 2007 watch, right? So it's almost a 20-year-old watch. This is not a working watch. Even if it is working, this needs to be serviced. You know what I mean? So as a dealer, when you sell this, it's like I know for sure as soon as you open it, it's gonna not work. So it puts you in a weird situation because like a service on this is what, oh man, over $2,500.
Well, you're right. I
So
was talking about service sealed watches. It's a little bit different, of course, because there's something that comes along with it being
true.
service factory fresh. Wow. Okay. But as John D said here, sealed means you ain't wearing them. So that means you aren't enjoying them to the fullest. And it's like, it's one thing, like, I don't ever want to take away from somebody who's a collector who likes to have their watches sealed and preserved. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, well, how many watches do you own that are sealed? Like, are you really enjoying them? Like, if you can't wind it, like you yourself, Sequan, have said numerous times, it's like waking up in the morning, having your espresso, setting the time, and winding the watch. You don't get to do that with a sealed piece.
Nope. You don't have to do anything with it. You can. I wouldn't even press the pushers because you can't. Like it's not working. It's
The
not like shit.
pla- the plastic is more important than the working movement, and he's not lying about that.
At
That
all.
they'd rather see it wrapped in plastic for 20 years, and they'll figure out servicing it once they finally get the balls to open it up.
Oh man, let's see what else you got. 5970R. I like these. This Longines is probably
Yo,
important
how
that I
did the
don't know
long
about.
jeans sneak in there? Okay.
It's probably important. We just don't. We're not educated on it, but there's
No, no,
probably
I
a
know.
reason.
I figured as much.
You know.
Did you skip that Omega? That was kind of cool.
Oh, okay. Let's talk about the Omega.
I mean, I like Omega, bro. I mean, like it's not the typical Omega I would talk about, but it's got some cool colors going on. It's a little complicated to read.
It's a
Um,
skill chronograph with brigade numerals.
I kind
I
of
like
like
this
that.
is from the Lamania movement from 1933.
Ooh,
Lamania, which is a storied movement maker,
that's nice.
and this is from 37 from 1930s. So you could wear this.
It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I
You
like that.
somebody will snap that up, I'm sure.
Yeah, 20 grand. It's a little rich, but I get it. The vintage.
What do we got here? Universal Geneve, Movado. I would actually rock this Movado. Weirdly enough, I don't know why, but something about it, that bezel, it's
That's
doing
kind of
something to
cool.
me. You like this Rolly?
Mm. Mm. No, no, I
No,
don't.
no.
Not really. I mean, like, I get that it's cool because it's like, wait, it's a Daytona. It's not Daytona. It's a chronograph that's not a Daytona. Like, wow, that's.
Here. Oh no, my internet's doing it again.
Oh,
Oh, now we're back. Spectrum's trying to get us out of here, bro.
don't start me out.
All right, nice little vintage pull up. All right, there we go. Some Paddock Philippi's. Let's go.
Hmm.
Nice 3700 jumbo. I like those. Weirdly, I'm very attracted to this Piaget thing here.
Yeah, is that a pocket watch? What is that?
A well preserved, highly rare, and attractive yellow gold open face keyless mystery pocket watch with diamond set, onyx dial, and matching diamond set gold chain.
Pretty cool.
Estimates 3100 to 5100. Got this
Yeah,
part too.
it's more jewelry than it is watch. I think we could agree
Estimate on
on that.
this Rolex is 48.7 to 79.5.
It will sell for the higher end just because it's a non-Daytona chronograph. Am I right in saying that?
Yeah, yeah. You just got to take it off this bracelet, put it on some type of
Oh
strap.
yeah, I was gonna say that bracelet looks. You get a nice tan strap for this, or a shiny black maybe. I think the tan might really look really nice on that.
Yeah, you need something like
What is that
this.
Omega? Is that different?
Bro, I'm in love. I just want to let you know that.
Is that like different dials on? Oh no, the
Yes.
rings.
So it's malachite. This is malachite, onyx. This is fire. It looks like malachite diamonds and onyx. An extremely rare yellow gold square ship wristwatch, malachite, onyx, and diamond set dial, integrated
Cufflinks.
cufflinks and the ring. I bet the ring's small though.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Or the whole bracelet, the whole watch is small. Look
yeah,
how
I was gonna
tiny
say.
that thing.
Well, that's the thing. It's like good luck trying to get links for that too. They're gonna have to make
What
them.
links?
Yeah, exactly.
What links, bro? They it's 31. The
Well,
ring size is a size 10, so that's not too small actually.
you can have links made for this. Like you're right that you're not buying them from Omega, but you can have links made for it. That's a
Oh,
Michael
Vima.
Kors times
Vima.
Omega. I ain't gonna lie,
Vimal
I thought
knows
he
he's
was
wearing
being
this.
serious.
I know. I was like, oh, wait.
I was like,
Vimal
damn,
knows he's
bro.
wearing
I
this
didn't
one.
I didn't even know Omega teamed up with Michael Kors, man. That's crazy.
8,200 to 16.4 estimate on this one.
Mm, nice gift for your wife, even though it's like they have cufflinks and typically women don't wear cufflinks, so I'm confused.
Yeah. All right, let's speed through. We got about 10, 15 minutes before I got another appointment. Ooh, look at this AP. Bring these back.
Mm,
Rectangular minute repeater with
bring the jewels back before you
jump
bring
out.
this shit back. I'm sorry. No.
I
Bring the
mean, I'd
jewels.
take this, bro. Like at 25.6, real talk, I would buy this.
But okay, that's okay. What do you okay, let's say, right, that they decided they're gonna bring this watch back. What do these watches retail for? They're gonna
Two 200,000.
exactly. So that's why you can't bring it back. It's stupid.
Yeah, the problem now is that they would say, oh, I froze. They would say that this is the one of the first watches you brought back from the Royal Oak. It would be in the remaster thing. It's a minute repeater. It's limited. Blah blah blah.
Then they make it
185.
ceramic. It'd be like ceramic too. So then another premium on top of that. Oh,
You're
and it's
probably
open
right.
work. It's an open work ceramic minute repeater, 400 grand. Thank you, AP. You can pay me when you make the watch.
Oh,
Frank
you're good.
Mueller, man, I remember when Jay-Z said switch the Mueller for a Miele, and like it's been
It was
downhill ever
done.
since then.
It was done.
That
Cause like what?
shit's
This is gonna be
crazy.
under like 10 grand. Oh my face is frozen.
What is it? Is it? Yep.
Six, 6400 to 12.8.
And it's like Frank Mueller. It's not a bad watch. It's just they've fallen from grace, man. It's sad.
Bro, at 6400, I steal this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, hey, babe, I bought a rusty watch at an auction to express my love for you.
It
Yeah,
works
man.
sometimes, you mal. You just gotta try it. It works sometimes. Let's see. VC Mercator. What country is this?
No, I was gonna
Armenian.
say that's interesting. I've never seen that.
Oh, Germany.
Ooh.
This is nice. So the trick with these is always about the country, right? The right. If it's the right country, it'll go strong. And I think people will pay up for Germany.
And it's a flyback on the hour and minutes.
Exactly.
Oh, that's pretty
Yep.
cool.
But it looks like a sextant on a map, so you
Yeah,
can't.
yeah,
You
no,
can't.
that's definitely kind of cool.
Alright, so
I
VC.
wouldn't pay the price to ask him, but it's cool. It's very cool.
Let's scroll through.
Oh,
Oh, I
another
love this data.
tourbillon. Sorry, I'm behind a little bit. Let me look at the
Oh,
actual.
all right. We got some good brigades. Ooh,
Is that a
perpetual counter mid
lapis
repeater.
dial on the blue, the date or no?
I believe it is a lapis lazuli.
Did someone say Germany? Yes, 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 we did. We did say Germany.
That's so hilarious. I'm like Germany. Who do we know? It's SC, but SC's supposed to be resting up and getting better, bro. I told you yesterday. He's like having a fever dream. He's still on that long ass OC stream he did yesterday. It's
He's fully
crazy.
healed, brother, and he's back at our noon watch talk. But yes, I love me a lapis style. This is actually very nice. I like this
Oh, with
watch
the
a lot.
OG bracelet. Oh wow, I haven't seen a day date with the
An
rivet bracelet in
oyster.
quite a while. No, the rivet. Look at the
Very good.
size.
Oh, oh wow, you're right. Huh.
How old is this one? 95 with the rivet
I
bracelet.
was gonna ask, like, is the bracelet, what is it, period specific?
I gotta research that. A 18238 with the rivet bracelet. 95. Huh. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, I think it looks all right.
What about this brigade?
I mean, it's okay. What is
Yeah.
the leap year? Is it perpetual?
Yeah, it's perpetual, mini repeater,
It's just like
1991.
not bad watch, but like we said, it's just like there's nothing about Brigade that really wows me nowadays. You know, it's kind of like okay.
Let's see. We got a Kanjar dial. We have, I think this is a Chorus Hark. I think that's might be UAE. Some Arabic dials. Some recent controversies about that. We got an Arabic dial Daytona. I remember selling these for a lot. We got a Lumen.
I
Lumen
like the
Phase 1
lumens.
Lumen.
Lumens are always nice.
I think the video's going on again. Tricky thing.
Longer. Wait, one longer.
One paddock. Oh, one longer. Yeah,
Yeah,
one
one
long.
longer. Well, the thing was is like some like the long and the paddock had looked similar, so I was like, oh, and the yeah, Jesus, yeah, these are the big boys right here. The freak. Oh no, dude, dude, I would confuse that demon thing for the freak all the time,
No
dog.
way.
I don't know why, man. They both got the little Star Trek thing going on. And it was like,
The Delta. The Delta. This is the John Player special. Didn't this just get released? No, this was released a little while ago. But the John Player special Grand Blue 5170. I agree with them that the 5170 JRP, they're all great watches. And with the prices like 30,800 to 51,003 estimate, I that jump at these.
Nice
Great
watch.
size watches. You got the Rose Gold Brigade numerals. What What else? What else? What else? This is the R. This is the RSC. All right, John D with his Spartan meathead activity. So you'd probably like the Spartan Club. I'm not in it, but it's a bunch of the guys who his accountability and working out and stuff like that. So he's listening to us while he's in the gym. Some good paddocks there. This Jordan, to be honest with you, is what I'd run for. I just love octochronographs. I don't know why. This is a more modern one, so it's gonna be rose gold movement. But I love Rose Salmon Dial Rose Gold case. I think is beautiful. 64 to 1 to 128. You know, if you get it around 64, that'd be amazing. But I don't think
That's
that
not so for 64.
that ain't
That's
happening.
that's a very low. Like they were wilding with that, bro. This is an 85 minimum in my opinion. Even if it's rose gold movement, it's still a very nice watch.
Crayon Anywhere, beautiful watch. Love those. Laurent Ferrier, okay, we do got some indies. It's gonna be interesting to see what a lot of these happen for. Moser, Perpetual, good luck. Oh, the double Balenciaga. Oh, there's some good stuff in this auction. What's the estimate? Oh my God, 103 or 205. I sold one of these at full retail, so 300 and change. To me, this is the Richard Mille killer, but it will take a long time. Oh, with the bracelet, this is actually
Wait, hold on. What makes you think that this is the Richard Mille killer? Let's hear this.
because because it's a unique shape. It's much the watchmaking to me
Oh,
is
no,
a
no, no, no,
lot.
no, no.
You know,
Don't bring up watchmaking because nobody's talking about watchmaking with Richard Mille. What makes this a Richard Mille killer?
because of the watchmaking. But again, so if you don't care about watchmaking, but there's more action, there's more spinny things.
Because
There's more.
I
So
remember talking with Brian once, and like it was just like it goes back to like if you're out in public with this, right? People wear Richard Mille because they know that like somebody else see that man without it, they're gonna like, oh, that's a Richard Mille. Nobody's gonna know what this is, so it's like it can't be a Richard Mille
I don't
killer.
know, Jay. I don't know.
Hey, and I love you to death, brother, but like you and like 300 other man them, and like 1,000. There are people that know, but I'm telling you that this is not the Richard Mille killer. Like it looks, you're right. The design is dope. When I've seen this and I've held it, I'm like, damn, this is a very dope watch. But it doesn't look better than the Richard Mille to me, personally. Like the design is not a better design than the Richard Mille. Do you think that it's designed better? Like, you think the case style is better than Richard Mille's? Like the prettier watch? Don't talk to me about the hand engraving, the 10,000 hours of hand engraving. And oh,
To me, okay, wait. To me, this on the bracelet is pretty fire, and I don't know, like, only the Bubba would make me jump RM versus this.
and let me
You know,
please restate that I think that because Whole Milk made a great point. Grubel is a thinking man's RM, and it is if you know, you know watch. And it's like the people who love watches will definitely buy a Grubel Force before they buy a Richard Mille. But to say that in the popularity, no, Richard Mille is going to beat Grubel Force, and I don't think that this has a chance unless like maybe Jay Z or some big public figure like an
it will
NBA
take that.
player. It's gonna take something like Tyrese Halliburton wearing the crash. Like maybe that can help them, but they would need that and a succession of things to even talk like Richard Mille, in my opinion.
We'll see, man. We'll see.
Oh, the problem with Richard Mille is some look like a Hublot and both are overpriced for. Well, no, 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 no. Hublot looks like Richard Mille. That spirit of Richard Mille that you're talking about
Oh,
is nowhere near as nice as the Richard Mille. Now, you probably could say that they probably have like the in-house movements from Hublot, but like I don't even know what that means anymore. The case design of a Richard Mille looks better than the spirit of Richard Mille, in my opinion. Anyways, we've moved on. Sorry.
it's a good argument because as
What will
Vimal
get you through the
states,
door at the hottest Miami club, Arm or Grubel? And it really depends. It really depends. It's like for people who are older, like myself, 36 and above, maybe the Grubel works because you're going into an establishment with like people of class and fine taste, you know? But the average Miami club, they want you with the Richard Mille, man.
I would love to go to a club where the bouncer knows the Grubo. To be honest with you, that'd
They
be an
don't.
interesting club.
They don't have a bouncer. You would like, you know what I'm saying? Like it would be a
You're right.
speakeasy, and like like you got to rap on the door 3 times, and then all of a sudden somebody opens the door, and there's like a bottle of champagne waiting for you specifically. That's the Global Force Club. I'll be right back.
You're right. I do like this Cartier to know as well, John D. I think these are beautiful. 15.4 to 25.6. The estimate on this one, just such a fun shape, right? Something about it. It's curvy, but it still has some angles to it. I think they did a really, really good job. And I don't know. Cartier is, they really are the masters shapes, in my opinion. Look at this asymmetric Siam. What, for the Siam boutique, is this Sanskrit? I love it. Whatever it is, whatever the typography is there, I really really enjoy that. I think that'll probably do very very well. All right, let's see. Anything else super sexy before we end the show? I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. We got up to, and you guys have been sticking around for a lot of the show. Thank you so much. Every stream we get better, and we, I'm hitting the technology with a hammer after every stream, so it works a little bit better. I want to thank you guys so much for that, for tuning in and supporting, because you guys are the best. And SC, please get better, bro. We need you here. Would you get this pre-Daytona? This is kind of nice.
Which one is that?
The one on the right.
No, I don't like the dial. I mean, like it's probably worth whatever they say it's worth. It's just not aesthetically pleasing to me.
John D, I have my eye on one local and me pre-CP Paris style. John D, like, yeah, I just like, I like the vibes around Cartier right now. It's one brand where I know a lot of people who've been jumping in neo vintage, or modern Cartier, and it's like, yeah, you're a savvy guy, you got a fair price, but I think it'll be very tradable. I can't tell you if a watch will be worth X in the future, but I think a lot of dealers are gonna pop up who only do deal with Cartier. Like Mike Nouveau, who's like vintage Cartier first, right? I think there are a lot of dealers who will specialize just in that Cartier market, which will keep it strong and healthy over time. Got some rollies. This beautiful Audemars Piguet there. My favorite world timer, this
Oh
5930G
yeah,
red.
what were we just looking at? Was that the same watch we looked at yesterday, or
No,
is
the
it
watch you
different?
looked at yesterday was the 5212 with the red dial.
Okay, yes. I just saw red and I thought similar.
Yeah, I've seen red. And then look, somebody's gonna steal this 5131P. For some reason, this watch stopped getting love. Look, 83 to 185. Let's see what it goes for. But this used to be an over 200 grand watch, and I've seen some very very close to 100. Platinum watch, enamel world timer dial on the wrist. This thing looks excellent. This is a watch, you grab it. If you can swing it at the right price, you grab it. Maybe not at an auction, but in a normal setting, grab that watch. Ooh. 5970P with the red indices.
That's pretty nice.
Double factory sealed, which is why we have this picture. That's funny. So in 2011, somebody was able to spend a bunch of money, request a very special watch, so special that they made their own little photo for it, and somebody never opened that watch for 14 years, and now they're gonna try to get $1 million for it, and I dare say it could go.
Well, what did it retail for originally?
Well, what does it say on the back? Is that someone's name? I can't tell. What would these have retailed for? In 2011, maybe 200, 189 or something. I want to say under 200, like maybe 150, 160 in 2011. So yeah, no, they're doing well. Whoever bought this is doing super duper well. But Damn, I want to see this outside of the plastic. I think this is fire, to be honest with you.
No, it looks
Like, if I
really
had the
nice.
scratch, I'd probably go up to 650, 700. I think this is a super special watch and not something that they're going to make again. All right, what else do we got? Anything that jumps out? Harry Winston.
Oceanographic.
Salt, solid gold Omega Seamaster 300 diver.
I just don't understand gold divers. I just don't get them. Like, I mean, I know. Going back to like who said watches need to be practical, but like dive watches
Exactly.
being precious metal just is like,
Well, because when you're the captain, you got the gold one. You know what I mean?
brother, a captain's not wearing no Seamaster. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, that's
Yacht master, maybe.
you ain't wrong.
This is what the boatswain wears, or
The bosun.
the lead deck hand wears that.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm sorry, but like Harry Winston watches, if they're not for ladies, I just have not seen a male Harry Winston watch I'd wear.
Okay, what about this dragon piece right in front of you?
Where?
Okay, can you see it?
Oh, sorry.
It's a golden dragon.
I mean, I really, really don't like when the lugs have that weird thing in the middle. Like I've seen other watches where it's like you have that
Or
little
this
extra.
little.
Yeah, that's like if it didn't have that, you might have been able to sell me into it. But like I think I don't like that. And also what that tells me is if I need to replace that strap,
I'm sorry. I just went. Oh, well, no. Actually, it's a straight bar.
okay, all right. Thank
But
God for
you're
back
right.
photos.
Okay,
I
there
just
you
don't
go.
like the aesthetic of it though. I'm not a big fan of the way it looks. Like, I guess that they were trying to do some kind of like like a crowned type of thing because it kind of looks like a crown on both ends. But
I wonder what the base of the dial almost looks like a Damascus steel type situation.
precious metal divers won't rust. Wow, didn't think about it like that. You make a good point. No, learn something new every day. That's true,
Ooh, Vagabondage 2. That's gonna be one to watch.
man.
See where they
Those
go.
are crazy.
Got a DB Starry Sky, so we'll see where that goes. Wow, Major Stu Thompson, man, talk about a brand nobody even speaks about, and everybody was involved in this. Vuitton and everybody kind of touched these watches, but they get no love now. Maurice Grossman, two crayons in this auction, so very interesting to see. CQ said the full gold tutor talk for OC stream. We can cover that issue. OC does not like Tudor, and if you want to fire him up, you just talk about Tudor and like that's like a 2 hour stream there.
Sounds like me and Elsie would get along because I don't like Twitter
Yeah, you probably
exists.
would. You probably would. What about this salmon Senograph? 61.5 to 123, real low estimates. That makes no sense.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm looking for. Is there anything else super exciting? I don't know. Sodalite Daytona. This is interesting. Oh, the real masterpiece day date. You got the Asher cuts, and then you got the baguettes going down the center.
Oh wow, yeah.
This to me is like if you're an athlete or a hip hop person and you want to get some. I'm actually gonna send this to a client because it's 39, right? Yeah, I'm gonna send this to a client.
You think
Cause
that
like
watch
these,
looks good though?
I mean, if you're looking for a bust down, if you're looking for an iced out watch, why not get factory? Not everybody's gonna have a masterpiece, and then you don't get diamonds all over. You get those diamonds
I really hate the
going down the
bracelets on
bracelet.
these. That's the thing about the masterpiece is like the bracelets just do not look good to me. But I get why. Like you're right. It is what a person who wants a bust down like this is what the bust downs wish they could be. I just don't like the masterpiece bracelet at all. Do you like the masterpiece bracelet? Do you feel like it's symmetrical?
What with the baguettes? No, in the Tridor, I like it with diamonds in it. I like it, but just the plain one metal, it doesn't do it for me. I'll be real with you. Ooh, another lane, Silverstein tourbillons, even coming up a lot. Ooh, is this an OG Daniel Roth? Is this a good one?
Is this a good boy?
Is it? Is it? How old? How old? Circa 1990s. Remember the rule: before 95 is what we want. I think it is a good one. You gotta double check. But I like these. All right, guys. Well, I want to talk. Here's another. We just keep finding all these double sealed watches. So this is the original double seal, the 5131. This is a watch that before the Nautilus was trading crazy, before everything else was trading crazy, there was a guy in Chrome 24 who had these for like 200 grand. Now you're seeing it estimates 70,500 to 141. But for a long time, these are the only like not these were the only ones, but these are the watches that you'd always see double sealed trading. They were so hard to get, and like this poor watch has been sealed up since 2016, so not that long, but still, somebody set him free. They won't though.
No, the person that buys this is gonna leave it sealed for the next auction.
No, so you just buy the J unsealed right here. That's a nice one. See, that one has Africa, a little bit of Europe.
There is a Hermes watch. Did you see the Hermes watch? Can you pull up that one? Vimal just mentioned the Hermes piece that he saw.
The Hermes watch that is up for auction. Is it in this auction, Vimo?
Didn't think about that. I thought maybe we'd scroll past it or something.
We might have. I don't know.
I'm sure if there was a Hermes watch, we would have seen that. Like if we scrolled past it, like
Oh, look at this thing. It's dated here.
what's the
What's
dial?
this? I have no idea what that is. Is it Tiger's Iron? Oh, it's an Aventurine. This is a nice Aventurine. Yeah, that's a beautiful. Let me get it in the middle there. That's a beaut. Oh, okay, it is this auction to the. So we're gonna wrap it up with the Hermes for Vimal. I'll just quickly go to the bottom. Look at this crazy Zenith there. All right, a lot of interesting things. Let's find the Hermes. Go all the way back to the top.
And then I gotta pay to be like top build. Like who decide, or is it just sorted by lot? Like what makes you get the higher number in the lot?
I think just the how the auction house structures it, they know what will, you put the slow stuff in the beginning, the juicy stuff in the middle. You keep one or two juicy things um, to the end. Oh, this is a only watch.
Oh,
A pink gold convertible pocket watch with small seconds. So we went past this Vimal, but I think that's the trick. So honestly, how big is it?
it's gotta be a decent size if it's a pocket
Yeah,
watch.
40 millimeter.
Huh.
I would actually rock this just for the novelty of it. It's not a bad looking pocket watch. I've been kind of interested in pocket watches, and the fact that I could put on this fancy little leather leather thing on it, and the fact that it's the only watch too, which means I like is the only one that will ever be made like it.
It's
If I,
got this
especially
checking some
within estimate,
boxes.
yeah, within because it's a fun, funky, like whenever you. But again, it's a solid gold Hermes watch, which is going to be a pretty good movement as well in it, as well as automatic movement. Um, between 5100 and 103, I'd take that.
Mm. No, it's not a bad watch. It's very sleek. I'm not a big fan of the whole pocket watch to wristwatch case thing. I just think that kind of looks tacky. But I think it is a nice case.
I
Like the
wish it
watch
showed it in
case.
there.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see what it looked like in there. There's probably a reason as to why they didn't show us in there.
I'm gonna try to Google search and see if we can get. Oh, I guess it's to pay. There we go. Watchinista.
Mm, it's not terrible,
Yeah, it's not terrible.
but it looks like a different watch entirely inside of the thing.
Yeah, exactly. I would. As a novelty, I would definitely,
I don't like it
definitely
inside the
buy
thing.
this. No.
I don't know. I mean, hey, look, I just think that the red encasing kind of takes away from the gold vibe of it. Like it, and it makes it look like a 45 millimeter instead of a 40.
Yeah,
But
I think you're right.
not the worst thing that we looked at today. That
No,
Daytona definitely took the cake.
the encrusted one.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I want to thank you so much. I got an appointment. I got to run to you. You guys are the best. Please upvote, like before you leave. I see a bunch of people in here. Thank you guys so much for support. If you ever need some watch advice, make sure you check out cqthewatchguy.com. You could get a free 15-minute consultation, or if you want to do a full 1 hour strategy session or something more in depth, I offer all types of services. And for the right fee, you can bring Jay out of retirement just for a short time. He sells his time like $100 a minute, but you could, if you want to bring a retired watch guy out of retirement, you could do that as well. Anyways, I'm CQ the Watch Guy. Thank you guys so much.
I'm a retired guy. I'll see y'all tomorrow.